The following is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network. And we welcome you inside the gym at Cornell High School in Coraopolis as the Chargers and the Spartans ready to go at it here on the OLSH Sports Network in the presentation of Charger basketball. A frigid, pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm OLSH alongside Don Militzer, ready to bring you another section game for the Chargers and the Spartans. It's a must game for the Spartans, and it's a game that the Chargers want to win, should win on paper, but that's why we play the games, Coach.
Absolutely. It's a must-win for Laurel. If you look at the standings out, we're looking at these before the game gets started. And again, as cold as it is tonight, we're fortunate to be one of the teams that is playing. Talked to Coach Mack earlier, and with only 5 games left in the season, and you can't really push the playoffs back. So I think a lot of other teams might have to be scrambling after missing a couple games this week. We'll be fortunate to get this one in, but with 5 games left, this is a desperate Laurel Spartans team that is fighting for that last playoff spot in the conference. They're sitting there at 2-6 and have Southside Beaver right in front of them at 3-5 for that last spot. So every one of these 5 is important for the Spartans.
Well, 2 games ago, the Chargers come up with a huge victory over Neshannock, which basically they're in a tie right now for first place in the section with Neshannock. Both of the teams come in with a 7-1 record. Chargers are 12-4 overall, but you can't look past this Spartan team. This is a team that's they're going to fight you to the final buzzer, Coach.
Absolutely, and I think this could be similar to some of these games we've seen with some of these type of teams like your Rochesters and your Western Beavers, and Shenangos, where they'll battle you very close, early in games, and you just got to hope that your skill takes over at some point. Especially last night, you wonder, it was nice to get a nice, easy one last night, so we can get some guys off the court a little earlier than normal, so we didn't have to run them into the ground. So hopefully that plays in our advantage, that we didn't have to overplay guys last night. So we'll see how that turns out. But again, you look at this from the Chargers end. I mean, we talked about it before. There's some really top-end teams in AA. So you really want to win every game you can and get yourself a top 2 seed. But Sewickley, Greensburg Central, they're really playing some high-end basketball right now. So you got to figure whoever wins this conference, and those 2 will be in this talk, in the discussion for a 1 or 2 seed. So it's important for the Chargers to take care of business.
Well, I think if the Chargers win their final 6, counting this game, the 2 that I have circled as like key games in the final run here to the end of the season is going to be Union, which they play on Friday up at Union. Tough place to play. Now, we beat them pretty handily here. We had a running clock on them. But then the other one is Shenango. Shenango took the Chargers to overtime to beat them up there. But that game is going to be here at our quote-unquote home court.
Well, and Cornell has been good to us. I think you can see our boys getting a little more confidence in the place as it goes. Actually, both Cornell and Moon, the 2 places they've played the most, they're getting, for sure, comfortable. And,
right.
These surroundings have become very comfortable. More and more fans are coming. I think they understand what it is here, so that's been helpful as well. But yeah, I think if they take care of business, the Union team's well respected, Shenango well respected. That could go a long way if we can close things out, getting that high seed. I mean, that's going to be, matchups are key in the playoffs. So you start looking past the conference and who you're going to see in the playoffs too at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned Sewickley. They're calling them the Twin Towers over there at Sewickley. They're going to be a tough team to beat. Neshannock, we know. Greensburg Central Catholic, who
athletic. I saw them play earlier in the year. They're extremely athletic. Sewickley, the thing I think I'd like to see, the Twin Towers, I saw them as well, and they're talented. But I would say our 2 Twin Towers could match up with them pretty well, and we're probably a little more physical than they are. So, again, that's a matchup thing. I mean, that's one of those things you'd almost want to see them in the finals,
Right.
So it's one of those things where matchups are all a huge thing. But you look at the way this is, I mean, the way this breaks down, when you have a team like Jeanette and Clairton in that conference, I mean, teams like that can go on a run as well. So, and we've seen what Union can do in our conference, and Michiganic, obviously. And like you said, that Shenango team is underrated and dangerous.
I totally, yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Everybody says, it's just Shenango. But they play tough. They play a style of ball that's, you got to be on your game to beat them. And they're not going to, they're another team like this Laurel Spartan team. They're not going to lay down for you even if you get the lead.
Absolutely, and I think that's what we got to focus on tonight, just playing good basketball. You've said it on numerous broadcasts this year, Al. The starts are so important for us, as we've gotten off to some slow starts. If we need to really work on getting out of the gate early. You're seeing some shots fall early, getting some points in that transition defense. That was the key with the Union game. When you look at the Union game, Austin and Luca, I think they each had about 4 or 5 steals in the first quarter and a half. And that totally changed the game.
Yeah, when Luca and Austin can be on their game in the backcourt defensively more than offensively, that can really turn the tide for the Chargers, and they can play off those turnovers, those forced turnovers, and the pressures.
Oh, no doubt. And that's kind of what we want to see. And you want to see Tiernan being confident, Jake taking shots. I mean, that's kind of. It's a good recipe if it's all working, When you have those two playing aggressive defense and them being smart with the basketball, you have Jake and Tiernan scoring from all parts of the court, and, you have a big guy like Van or Patty in there to kind of protect the rim and then also dominate on offense. I mean, I've really been impressed with the Chargers. I think they get better as the year goes on. The other thing that's impressive about this Charger team is it's still an extremely young team. I mean, they only have 2 seniors really playing significant minutes, with Van starting and Tommy Moses comes off the bench a little bit and gives us a good spark. And Luca, yes. So you have a couple guys that are, but it's just so deep. We have other guys that are getting minutes that are just getting better and better as the year goes on. And another JV win, another exciting JV win right before this. So, future's bright, but I think the time is now as far as having a team that can go on a run.
You mentioned it, and I totally agree. I think this Charger team, as the season's gone on, they just seem to be falling into their rhythm and really getting better defensively. And like I said, the 2 things that I think that they really need to concentrate on before they really get into the playoffs is getting off the fast starts offensively and improving their free throw shooting. They have 4 losses. Now, I guarantee you 2 of those losses, if they'd hit from the free throw line, could have been wins.
You're right. That's been a bugaboo as the year went on. And it's, you could see them working on it. It's just one of those things. It just hasn't clicked in game situations yet. And, that's hopefully, again, though, the other thing I look at, too, is with the early starts, get to the line early in games.
Yeah.
Sometimes we've been settling for the outside shot, not getting to the basket. If you get to the basket early, you can get some free throws early, which might change a lot of how everything's viewed. So.
Well, they were doing that exact thing against Western Beaver yesterday. They were driving the hoop and getting some early buckets and causing Western Beaver. They really weren't in foul trouble, Western Beaver, but they were causing Western Beaver to change the way they were playing in the paint.
Right, so that's all things you want to look for, and I'm sure Coach Rod, that's kind of what his focus is today, to make sure that they're running their offensive and defensive sets well and, try to get out to that quick start. So should be interesting, but again, anytime you're playing a desperate team and it's a different kind of day, and, I always say those untraditional situations are the ones that worry you, and this was that untraditional type game here because it's, no school, flexible instruction days, and I don't know, did you sleep till 12? You know what I mean? Are you a little tight? Like, those kind of things all come into it. Would you eat? Like, being out of that routine.
That routine, yeah,
can change things for teams. And
yeah, I don't know what Laurel's school was today, but if they were closed, if they had a flex day or whatever. I know OLSH, we had a flex day, so that they were working on their schoolwork at home, and I was told that that's going to be the same thing, ditto for tomorrow. So, yeah, the routine is all off, and let's hope it doesn't affect the way they play on the court.
Yeah, let's hope not. I do feel for anybody that needs a ride home in a bus tonight, though. I mean, hopefully that bus driver just went and just left the bus running.
Yeah.
I think it's worth the extra gas tank because it is definitely not pleasant outside. But again, happy to be here at Cornell and in a warm gym and getting to watch some basketball tonight.
Hey, let's step aside. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip right here on the OLSH Sports Network. It's the Chargers and the Spartans in just a moment. Don't go away.
When I enter the door, I feel welcome. My child feels welcome. What drew us and kept us was the sincere rooting and faith.
They really care about your kids on an academic level and also as a person.
It's a safe place for our kids to really stretch and grow. There's just so many opportunities.
They have something that will make a child succeed and thrive.
If you want a good college prep school, this is it.
We've had such a positive experience here. We really can't say enough of how blessed we are by OLSH.
My name is Mr. Howard. I teach environmental science and anatomy and sometimes chemistry. And as my first year here at OLSH, I'm most excited to get to know all the new students and the community.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Rothenberger. I teach period 1 and 2 freshman biology. I'm super excited about my first year at teaching and I can't wait to get to know all of you.
Hi, this is Ms. Manuel. I'm going to be teaching Intro to Theater Arts this year, and I'm so excited to be back here for the school year, but mainly excited to be in the classroom.
I'm Mr. Witechko. I'm teaching Introduction to Video Production, and I can't wait to see what my students make this year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Valacorsa. I teach music here at OLSH, and I am most excited this year to make music with my new choir.
Hi, I'm Dr. London. I teach Theology 3 and Latin. I'm excited to be back, especially among the students in the classroom full-time this year.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Mezzio. I am the latest addition to the main office here. I am the main office administrative assistant. Your positivity and warmth since I came to the school actually makes me feel right at home. So I'm looking forward to working with you all, and I'm happy to be here.
And we welcome you back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. And got the Chargers on top 6-0 here as we are 4:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Kind of a lot of the 6 points for the Chargers, a lot of missed shots from both teams early. Laurel, what we're seeing is they're very deliberate in their half-court sets. They had one possession that was about a minute and a half, but it resulted in no points, obviously. Austin has 2 transitions. Tiernan for 3 here. Timeout, Laurel. Gives us a chance to do a little recap, Al. You could set the starting lineup, but that's basically what, similar we talked about in the pregame. What's gotten the scoring going here is a couple transition buckets off steals. Austin was big early, and Laurel's having a little trouble even getting the ball in bounds when we're able to set up our defense right now. So,
well, here's the starting lineup for the Spartans. Number 4, Lucas Santini. He's a 5'11" junior guard. Number 13 is Jaden Iorio, a 6'3" senior forward. Number 22 is Tyler Shearer. He's a 5'11" senior guard. Another senior guard is senior forward is 6' senior number 35, Aiden Fuchs. And number 40 is Mason Ernst. He's a 6'2 sophomore forward. Next break, we'll get the Chargers, who started. It's the usual suspects.
And already some subbing here early. Santini had a couple turnovers for the Spartans, so they subbed in Adam Kuth, big 6'4 sophomore. I think he had a pretty good JV game for Laurel, so maybe getting rewarded for his heroics there.
Iorio and Shearer in the backcourt.
10 seconds.
10-second violation for Laurel. Yep.
Second time that happened now. That happened one time when we were getting rebooted here as well. It's just been, they've had a tough time just getting the ball over half court.
It's that Charger pressure. They've been doing it all year. Some games they have better luck with it than others. Cable's out on the wing, hands it off to Johnson. Thought about the three, takes a couple steps. He takes the three, no good. It's McCullough with the rebound. He goes in off the glass nicely for the two. 3:30 to go here in the first. It's Shearer with the ball. Off the glass. And it's the other 22, Johnson, with the rebound. He'll bring it up the court himself. Jake into the corner to Avsek. Baseline drive, Avsek has it rejected. Goes into the hands of Fuchs, and he brings it up the court. 2-on-1 against the Chargers. And finally, it's Shearer with the bucket and gets the Spartans on the board.
Very similar to that start we had with Rochester out a few weeks ago, where they just struggled to get it over and make shots. Laurel was happy to see one fall there.
Grisafi to McCullough to Avsek. He'll work it around to the far side wing. Into the corner it goes to Johnson. Johnson working his way in. Into the paint, turnaround jump shot. He gets fouled. He'll get a couple. Foul goes against Tyler Shearer. It's his first, team's second. Officials telling Ken Locke, the head coach for Laurel, hit him in the head. And Jake rolls the first one in. Coming out is Kuth. And Johnson goes 2 for 2.
There's the pressure again.
Ernst came back in for Kuntz, or Coots.
Yeah.
Shearer goes into the corner to Iorio. Long three on the way, no good. Rebound, they battle for it. It's going to go off of Ernst. Cables was in there battling with them as well, but it's Charger ball. 2:18 to go here in the first.
No second opportunities early for Laurel. We've done a good job on the boards, both offensively and defensively. And Van's blocked a couple shots early, as he typically does, and you know that presence in there gives him some second thoughts.
Avsek goes to Grisafi. Top of the key, backs it back out. Avsek with his energy hands it off to McCullough. Long two on the way, nothing doing. Grisafi goes in and gets the rebound. Gets it into Cables in the paint. Tried to go up, no good. Iorio comes away with it, and he'll hand it off to Santini. Back to Iorio. Work it around. Iorio with the floater.
Nice little move there by Iorio to get to the hoop.
Johnson getting double teamed down in the baseline. Comes out to Cables. He'll reset with McCullough and Avsek. Approaching a minute to go. Avsek working against Fuchs. McCullough can't get the layup, the baseline layup to go. Here comes Santini up the court. Sipes to Fuchs, to Iorio. Three on the way, nothing doing. McCullough with the rebound. He'll come down with it, under a minute to go. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson, long three. That one got tipped. Cables picks it up though and lays it in.
Great reaction there by Van. Thought he may have got a piece of his hand there, but I guess not.
Baseline drive by Ernst, turned away. There's a baseline jump shot, no good. McCullough clears the air ball away. Here comes Grisafi. Avsek to McCullough. Back to Grisafi, and they'll set it up with 15 seconds to go here in the first. Grisafi, I think he was expecting somebody to come out. Here he comes. Avsek comes out with 9 seconds to go. Down to 5. Avsek, Johnson, turnaround jump shot for 3. Nothing doing. That's how the first quarter ends, with the score 15-4 in favor of our Chargers. Hey, if you want more information on the OLSH Chargers, for rosters, stories, and so much more, visit www.olshathletics.org. Special thanks go out to our website sponsors, Covenant Financial Advisors. And don't forget, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10, 11. You're invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student here at OLSH. Students will be assigned a Charger ally, and that's your host for the day. You'll attend classes, meet the teachers and students, and you'll eat lunch on us. Register for your experience at www.olsh.org/visit. And don't forget, our next broadcast will be a week from today, as these same boys will travel to Western Beaver and take on the Golden Beavers out there in Industry, Pennsylvania. Second quarter will start with in the hands of the Laurel Spartans, decked out in their nice green uniforms. Starts out with Santini with the ball, trying to get it inside. Iorio in the paint, working amongst the trees as Patty Altmar makes his first appearance in the game. Chad Minton in there as well. Chad has it now in the corner. Gets it into Altmar, into the paint. Turnaround jump shot. Nicely done by Patrick. And his game in the paint has really improved, Don, as the season's gone on.
Better each game.
Yep.
I mean, really, and that's why, you know, we talked about it. Again, you don't want to look ahead, but it'd be interesting to see that Sewickley matchup against our two twin towers.
Yeah.
People aren't talking about our two, but we got two big ones down there too now. Just the confidence level too is huge.
And Patrick, yeah, and Patty, yeah. Shearer hands it off to Sipe, and again to Santini. Back to Sipe, 3 on the way, and that one's short. Put back up by Iorio though. Good reaction by him.
Luca down there battling the box out there, but you know he's losing about 4 or 5 inches to Diorio there.
Johnson to Grisafi, over to Minton. Chad. Avsek to Johnson from the elbow. Nothing but net.
Jake's just so good at finding those spots on the floor. You can see him actually looking to find his spot.
Nice move there by Mason Ernst for the bucket. Little spin move down the paint.
Laurel's finally getting into a little groove here.
Yeah, they are.
Offensively.
Yep. McCullough getting ready to check back in for your Chargers. Avsek gets it over to Johnson. Grisafi cutting down the lane. Layup by Luca. What a play there by Johnson and Luca. Sipe in the backcourt yet. Back over to Santini. Finally, another 10-second violation. Taking too much time in the backcourt. And I don't even want to blame the Charger pressure there. It wasn't that stiff that time.
No, but it's the idea that it's there.
It's there.
And it definitely changes how you think. And Coach Rodriguez does a great job, as we all know, of mixing things up. So, you know, he can show a look and be in something different, and it's just really, it gets in the heads of the other teams. That's 3 10-second calls. Great
What
move.
A play by Johnson. Reverse layup there.
He's really confident tonight, Al. Eight early points for Jake here in the first half.
Iorio to Sipe, intercepted by Johnson. Good job to keep it in bounds.
Great job, Patty.
Back to Johnson. Across the timeline to Owen Minzer in the game now. 3 on the way, off the backboard and no good. Patty had it knocked out of his hands, and it's going to stay with the Chargers. That's a good call. Tommy Moses is going to come in. And Patty right away says me, and I said, nope, it's for Jake Johnson.
Always look for some energy when Tommy comes in the game.
He's another good one, playing good in the paint this year. There's Patty on the inbound play. Little
Nice
move to the
take.
bucket. Nice play there.
Another timeout by Coach Locke. It's that confidence we talked about with Patty. He's just really aggressive right now, and you got to love it.
Is that the second timeout for?
Yes, two
They've taken
timeouts
two?
by Coach Locke. I think he's just trying to get everything situated there. Really trying to go through some different sets here with the boys. But you know, that OLSH pressure, it gets in your head as an opposing team, and you know, this is the start we've been waiting for. Al.
Yeah.
The Chargers came out with a lot of energy, and the Spartans were a little kind of dead after getting off the bus there. Probably still thawing out from that cold bus ride, so they might have been thawing out. But you know, they got in a couple sets there and got a little bit of a groove, so we'll see if they can get back in this. But really in danger zone right now if you're the Laurel Spartans of this one getting out of hand really quickly.
Hey, did you know that you could earn money for OLSH Athletics when you purchase gift cards through Raise Right? Athletics General Fund receives a percentage of each physical and e-gift card bought by our program participants. If you have questions or want to learn more, email Sarah Stuckeman at sstuckeman@olsh.org. So it'll be Spartans. Vern Sipes will trigger in from their own end line. They get it into Santini. Back to Sipes, and Santini will play catch. In the backcourt yet. Sipes back to Santini. Finally across to Iorio. He'll bring it to the free throw line and drop it back off to Santini, and he drains the three.
Good possession there by the Spartans. And that's what they need to get back in the game. Minzer in the game for the Chargers, his first action.
There's Moses to Minzer. McCullough down the lane. Met nicely, but he fought it off. Lays it off the glass and in. Nice play there.
His strength has really improved this year, Al. You can just see his body is just getting bigger. And after yesterday, I'm just waiting for him to go up for another posterized dunk here.
Yeah, he got a nice one yesterday. Santini with the three. 6 points in the last two trips for the Spartans. Closing that gap a little bit, down to a 13-point lead for the Chargers. Knocked out of the hands of Minzer. It'll stay with the Chargers. 4 minutes and 1 second left as Frankie Egrick checks in. He had a great JV game tonight.
And this could be having a nice lead here, I think, and then playing yesterday back-to-back days. You know, I think it's something you could see early here. Coach Rodriguez wants to sub a little bit.
Yep.
And another team with Laurel that looks like they only go about 6 or 7 deep.
McCullough, three on the way. Rattles around, but Moses is there for the rebound. He'll go back up. No foul. Gets his own rebound again. This time he kicks it out to McCullough. It's a long two. No good. This time it's Egrick with the rebound. Minzer now will settle down. He says, I'll shoot the three. And that one doesn't go. Altmar with the rebound. This one's taken away. Here comes Santini. Santini has the ball knocked out by Moses. It's going to stay with the Spartans.
That's a tough trip for the Chargers. You know, I think we have about 4 rebounds.
4 tries, yeah.
You got to convert there, and you know, here we go. A couple threes by Santini, and it's now a ball game again.
Iorio over to Santini, back to Iorio. Shearer now with the ball. He'll direct some traffic. 3:15 to go here in the half. Nice cut there by Santini. Gets the hoop and the harm.
Big spark here by Santini for the Spartans. And, you know, we just mentioned Spartans were kind of in danger zone a couple minutes ago there. And you know, now it's down to a 11-point game, and he can cut it to 10 here at the line. It looks like the Chargers got all of the starters,
back in, yeah. 3:08 left here. Didn't see who that foul was on.
I think that was on Van.
No, he just came in.
Oh,
it was on Moses. There, it's up there now. Lane violation. Lane violation on the Spartans, so the Chargers will have the ball.
Really nice job by the Spartans, though. A quick little 6-0 spurt here to get this game back within reach.
McCullough to Johnson. Johnson, a little turnaround jump shot. He loves that one, misses it. Cavles with the rebound, but he stepped on the line. It's going to go over to the Spartans. Just under 3 minutes to go here and a half. Comes Sipes, brings it across the timeline. No pressure that time. Shearer now with the ball. Drives in off of McCullough. And he's going to be shooting 2 as a foul on McCullough there.
Tough one there. He was in good position, but that when you bring the arm down, it's going to happen every time.
Every time.
If he just
whether you hit him or not.
Straight up, he would have been fine.
Shearer rolls the first one in.
He cut this down to single digits. Really, I guess they warmed up because this is a great job by the Spartans fighting back here.
Goes 1 for 2, and it's down to a 10-point lead for the Chargers. Grisafi now. Scoreboard's messed up, but we'll fix that. McCullough, a nice play in the paint, gets it to bounce around and fall in.
There's some more pressure again from the Chargers, and they're just kind of gets Riverside, the Spartans, gets them a little off, or Laurel, I'm sorry. Gets both green schools, Laurel and Riverside, threw me off there for a minute.
Iorio, the 6'3" forward, gets it over to Shear. Worked on by Avsek. Shear still with the ball. Santini faked the 3 from Swickley.
Yeah.
Iorio.
But you got to respect it. He's hit a couple long ones early. So.
No doubt, yeah.
But this is the sets we saw early in the game. Laurel really just very deliberate. We're at about a 40-second set here right now.
Under 1:40 to go. Taken away by Avsek momentarily. Sipe has it. Iorio 3 on the way. That one's way too long. And it's McCullough bringing it up the court. Tiernan finds Johnson. Step back. 3 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Sipe. And here come the Spartans with 80 seconds to go. Shearer now. He'll drive the paint, kick it out. 3 on the way from Ernst, no good. And it's Johnson will track it down. Looked at Avsek, and he goes into McCullough in the corner. That's a long 2. Under a minute to go in the second. Sipe gets it across to Iorio, has some room. Decides to kick it back to Sipe, across to Santini.
Austin's really on Santini now.
He is. He's wearing him like a glove. Iorio to Sipe.
Coach Rod talks about that a lot. You might not see the points from Austin, but he changes games by the way he plays on the defensive side.
No doubt.
And also just running the offense.
Down to 20 seconds to go here.
Looks like the Spartans are content with the last shot.
Yeah,
here.
No doubt. Shear sees Cables, turns it back out. Sipe, long 3 on the way. Rattles it around, and it goes in. 4 seconds to go. Johnson, long 3, nothing but nylon at the buzzer. Makes it a 14-point lead for the Chargers at the half.
Big response there by Jake as they cut it down to 11 to hit that 3 there at the end of the half.
Well, there you see it. Chargers in control for the entire first half. They have a 14-point lead as we make it to halftime. And We'll pay a couple bills. We'll be back here and review what happened in the first half. Don't go away on the OLSH Sports Network.
You could raise money for OLSH while shopping at your favorite stores or restaurants? With Raise Right, that's exactly what you can do. All you have to do is purchase electronic gift cards on the Raise Right app, and that company will donate a percentage of that sale directly to OLSH. And the list of companies that Raise Right works with is seemingly endless, including Amazon, Walmart, Target, Sheetz, and so many more. Now you can rationalize your grande caramel mocha frappuccino with 3.5 pumps of vanilla and oat milk because you're actually raising money for OLSH. If you want to raise right, email Sarah Stuckman to get the special OLSH code. Funds raised to support the OLSH Athletics General Fund. Go Chargers!
My coaches taught me that being competitive and having fun is what makes a great team.
My favorite piece of advice from my coach is train like an animal all day long.
He corrects you every time you say you can't do something because he knows you can do it.
My coach is the reason I believe in myself and my abilities.
I love that my coaches believe in the team. They recognize our individuality and encourage our improvement.
I couldn't ask for a better coach.
My name is Mr. Howard. I teach environmental science and anatomy and sometimes chemistry. And as my first year here at OLSH, I'm most excited to get to know all the new students and the community.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Rothenberger. I teach period 1 and 2 freshman biology. I'm super excited about my first year of teaching and I can't wait to get to know all of you.
Hi, this is Ms. Manuel. I'm going to be teaching Intro to Theater Arts this year, and I'm so excited to be back here for the school year, but mainly excited to be in the classroom.
I'm Mr. Ortechko. I'm teaching Introduction to Video Production, and I can't wait to see what my students make this year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Valacorsa. I teach music here at OLSH, and I am most excited this year to make music with my new choir.
Hi, I'm Dr. London. I teach Theology 3 and Latin. I'm excited to be back, especially among the students in the classroom full-time this year.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Mezio. I am the latest addition to the main office here. I am the main office administrative assistant. Your positivity and warmth since I came to the school actually makes me feel right at home. So I'm looking forward to working with you all, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
You could raise money for OLSH while shopping at your favorite stores or restaurants? With Raise Right, that's exactly what you can do. All you have to do is purchase electronic gift cards on the Raise Right app, and that company will donate a percentage of that sale directly to OLSH. And the list of companies that Raise Right works with is seemingly endless, including Amazon, Walmart, Target, Sheetz, and so many more. Now you can rationalize your grande caramel mocha frappuccino with 3.5 pumps of vanilla and oat milk because you're actually raising money for OLSH. If you want to raise right, email Sarah Stuckman to get the special OLSH code. Funds raised to support the OLSH Athletics General Fund. Go Chargers!
Welcome back to Cornell at the Chargers. As you can see, have a 14-point lead, 34-20 over the Laurel Spartans. I do want to remind you that for future Chargers, hey, seats are limited, so don't miss your chance to save your spot in the OLSH class of 2029. We can't wait to see you here at OLSH. To apply online, go to www.olsh.org/apply. Also, if you're interested in supporting our OLSH Chargers, visit www.olshathletics.org. Check out the fundraiser section in the Fan Zone tab for the latest fundraising opportunities. And for all you prospective OLSH students, the OLSH placement test will take place this Saturday, January 25th, and then again on Saturday, February 8th. It's for all 8th grade students interested in attending OLSH in the fall of 2025. All incoming freshman applicants should register for one of these 2 dates. And don't forget that the top scoring students will be eligible for the St. John Newman Academic Merit Scholarship. So to register, email the admissions office at admission@olsh.org. You might want to save the date and join us on Wednesday, February 19th at 7 p.m. in the OLSH Auditorium for OLSH's speaker series that welcomes Dr. Shannon D. Williams. Now, this event is free and open to the public, so visit www.olsh.org/speaker series for more information and to register for your ticket to attend. You might want to save the date for the OLSH Spring Open House, Sunday, March 23rd from 1 to 3 p.m. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. So, Dawn, first half, we talked about it pregame, and the Chargers did it. They got off to that quick start that we were hoping for and really never looked back.
No, I mean, it was exactly where we were wishing to see. And it was all the same stuff we talked about. It was basically to a script what we talked about. Luca and Austin creating some turnovers, 3 10-second violations, which you very rarely see, and Jake and Tiernan filling it up. And, you know, Patty and Van giving you quality minutes on the blocks. I mean, it really followed a script. With that said, at one point this was a 17-point game, and we kind of were saying this was a danger zone for Laurel. But a few big shots there by Luca Santini. This isn't completely out of reach at this point for the Spartans. So they kind of got in a groove there in the second quarter. They scored 12 points in the last 3 minutes of that second quarter, which for them is a chunk because they're very deliberate in what they do offensively. But Santini filled it up pretty quick, and another long 3 by Sipe. And it's still a ball game. If you're Coach Locke, you're telling your guys, look, we didn't play great, but we're still this still is a game within striking distance for us. So it's going to be important for the Chargers to come out and have that energy they did at the beginning of the game and kind of separate here in the third quarter. And that's where we've been strong. I mean, the third quarters have been pretty kind to the Chargers throughout the year, where they kind of extend the lead in some of these games. So let's hope for the same.
Well, the Spartans averaging giving up 46 points a game. The Chargers already at 34 after 16 minutes of play. The Chargers averaging giving up 42 minutes or points a game. And the Spartans almost halfway there. So Chargers are pretty much spot on for their defensive play. As far as offense goes, the Spartans averaging 50 points a game. They're slightly under that average right now at halftime, and the Chargers are averaging about 56 points a game. So Chargers a little bit ahead of that pace, but that's what you can expect.
Not huge numbers, but you can see how Laurel is very deliberate in how they're running their offensive sets, and it's one of those things. Oh my! Now we might have a delay here, Al. We got a ball stuck.
I see it. Yep. And
we almost had 2. It was the old throw one up and get the other ones. You can probably see on your screen there, folks. Yep. We got some. We got the brain trust over there.
There they got it out. That's some OLSH alum getting that out there. 3 OLSH alum over there, 4 trying to get that out, and then that worked. The engineering qualities of the OLSH alum.
They had to think it through. I give them credit. We got to give each other a hard time as coaches every once in a while. But good job there, because in all honesty, that could have been a delay, and I don't think anybody wants a delay in this game.
No.
But yeah, so the Chargers will start with the ball here with their starters out there. Let's hope we can get off to a quick start here and kind of put this one to bed.
It'll be Luca starting 5 out here for the Chargers. Cables to Johnson. Just underway here in the third. Half sec to Luca Grisafi. McCullough looking for somebody, finds Johnson, which it looked like he was trying to find Van. The ball ends up in Grisafi's hands. Hands it off to Austin Afsek to Cables way up top. Here's Johnson to the elbow, drops it over to Cables. Back to Johnson, little give and go here to Cables. He gets fouled going up, he'll be shooting 2. You could see the play that they were trying to run there, Don.
Yeah, it was very
little give and go action and
well executed.
Yep.
Took him a second to get in there. But again, that's where you see how valuable Austin is, because the beginning of that set was a little sloppy, and he pulls it out and sets it back up, and you get a chance for a score, and he sinks the first one. And this is that other thing you talked about out of the free throws.
They've been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, we're 7 of 8 so far. So
Santini gets double teamed. He gets it across to Shear. They work it around. Fuchs gets it over to Iorio, and Avsek saw the return pass, intercepts. He'll come down, lay it up and in, and draw the foul.
This is the start we wanted here, Al. Couple quick buckets, and just like that, it's an 18-point game, and can extend it to 19 here.
Mason Ernst picks up the foul.
His second. Sipes in for him.
That might have been his third. I think he's committed the first 2 here in the quarter. Yeah, that was his third.
That was his third.
Second for the Spartans. Can't convert on the 3-point play.
I'll take the blame on that one. I said how good we were doing at the line. But all seriousness, great job getting the hoop. We talked about that in pregame as well.
Fuchs finally hands it off to Shear, to Sipe. Iorio to Fuchs. He gets fouled. I think Grisafi's going to be
one or the
labeled.
Other. They're pointing at each other.
McCullough and Grisafi are pointing at each other. It's going to be Grisafi. First for the Chargers.
Calling that a shooting foul.
That was Luca's first. Aiden Fuchs trying to go 2 for 2 at the line here. Can't get it done. Johnson with the rebound. Jake brings it across the timeline. He'll settle it down, look for one of his guards. There he is. Austin Avsek. Over to McCullough. Tiernan. Into Cables. Lays it softly off the glass. Cables gets behind the D there, and McCullough able to find him. Sipe almost intercepted by McCullough. Iorio. Back to Santini. All the way across to Sipe. Gets it to Iorio, 3 on the way. Nothing but nylon.
A 3-point shot. That's what's allowed Riverside to kind of stay somewhat in this
Laurel.
basketball game. Charger fans,
they're green.
I'm still having nightmares. Oh.
McCullough tried to throw that one down. It doesn't happen. Nice pick there. Oh, but he stepped on the line.
Good
Austin
idea.
Avsek.
Yeah, I'm still having nightmares, Al. That first round loss to Riverside in the green, I think it's giving me flashbacks tonight. So no Charger fans tonight when I go home. I'll be having nightmares about that first game. But we're going to turn that around this year, I promise.
There's Santini.
I wonder what Coach Rod's going to say to Tiernan about trying to flush that.
I don't know. That was kind of like borderline for me. I mean, it was like it was there.
I love it. I love the aggressiveness
it was there.
of it.
He had it.
I love the aggressiveness of it, but Coach Rod might tell him lay it in. It's okay.
Iorio, another 3. This one rattles around and falls in.
That's another one out for the Spartans for Laurel, where they've had 2 that have kind of hit. The one he hit and the one Sipe hit. they've kind of rolled around and went in. So they're getting some nice bounces tonight too.
30-second timeout called by Coach Rod. Yeah. I mean, every time the Chargers started pulling away, they get first time with Santini. This time it's Iorio.
Well, it was 17. They cut it to 10. The Spartans cut it to 10, and then just here it was 18. And just like that, it's 13 again, and it's the long-range shot that's keeping Laurel alive.
Hey, save the date. This year's annual OLSH auction is going to take place on Saturday, April 5th at the Montour Heights Country Club. Stay tuned for more as we get closer to that date, more information. .5:27 to go here in the third. Chargers, as Dawn just said, 13-point lead. It'll be Charger ball after that.
They had it stretched out, and again, just the long shots, and the iron has been kind. And first time we've seen some pressure here by Laurel.
Yep. In all honesty, Iorio was wide open for that three as well. Grisafi finally gets it ahead. Oh, what an over-the-head pass by McCullough. I don't know if, and he traveled. I don't know if Coach Rod is going to be all happy about that pass. He's not happy about the call either. Here's Shearer, works against Van Cavels. Sipe up top. Three on the way. That one rattles around, and Avsek in amongst the trees brings it down. Austin will bring it up with some energy. Inside, Johnson looking for the shot and finding McCullough in the corner, no good. Distant rebound by Santini.
Oh, Van was in great position, too.
That one's knocked around and saved by Fuchs. They get it inside. Intercepted by McCullough. Hands it off to Grisafi.
They got to pull this out, Al. A little hectic right now.
Yeah.
Pull this ball out.
Johnson looking to go up and around. And that one lays there. Knocked out by Cables. The Chargers reset. McCullough faked the three over to Grisafi. 4:23 to go. Johnson, the fallback. Jump shot, no good. He normally hits that one.
Yeah, a little frantic on that possession there by the Chargers. We need to let Austin get the ball in those situations and kind of calm it down a little bit. But a couple rush shots there from the Chargers.
We got a foul away from the ball. I think McCullough's getting called for the foul. It's a second on the Chargers.
His second as well?
Looks like.
No real foul trouble yet other than Laurel. Mason Ernst has the three.
Yeah. Iorio can't get it to go. Chargers come away with it. It's Johnson. Hands it off to Grisafi, and here comes Avsek. To McCullough. Goes right to the hoop. Lays it off the glass and in, beating Iorio to the bucket.
Nice steal.
Grisafi, he's got an open lane. He'll lay it up with the left hand. And Coach Ken Locks has seen enough. Calls a timeout.
2 quick scores off of steals. I mean, it's a broken record, but that's when the Chargers are at their best.
That leaves the Spartans with 2 timeouts left for the remainder of this one of 3:37. Hey, join Mrs. Jessica Selman and Mrs. Kathy Newbert in the OLSH Auditorium this Wednesday. That's tomorrow, January 22nd at 6 p.m. for our 2025 Scholarship and Tuition Assistance Informational Night. There's a mouthful. The event is open to all current or prospective families with students who plan to or are already attending OLSH. For more information or to RSVP, email the admissions office at admission@olsh.org. 3:37 left here in the third. The Spartans will bring it up the court uncontested till they get to the timeline.
This is where we've gotten the Spartans in this situation a couple times, about 17, 18 points, and they've been able to fight right back.
Seth Gilmore in the lineup for the Spartans off the timeout. Almost taken away by the Chargers. Santini throws it inside. It's Gilmore, hands it off to Iorio. Back to Gilmore. Almost taken by Avsek. They'll work around Iorio. 3 on the way. Off the glass and in. Iorio's last 3 shots, I believe, have been from beyond the arc, John.
Well, and again, it was 17 points again, and just like that, the 3-point shot is what's kept Laurel in this game.
Avsek.
And it's been a couple guys shooting.
Into McCullough. Look at that. He's holding him, pulled his jersey, and no call. Here's Johnson. Baseline. Off the glass. Won't go. Nobody under there except for Gilmore. Technical foul on OLSH. On the bench, he said. Coach Rod trying to explain what's going on. I think they were complaining about McCullough getting his jersey pulled, no call, and then. So it'll be Iorio at the line for the technical. Gives 3 fouls on the Chargers. He goes 1 for 2 at the line, but Spartans will have the ball.
Yeah, just like that. I mean, Iorio's up to 14 points for Laurel. I mean, he's really single-handedly kind of kept this in the game.
It was Santini early in the game.
Yeah, and then Austin's kind of locked him down. But again, we get out to 17 and a couple shots by the Spartans, and, you know, it's back to 13 points, and the game's not over.
Gilmore triggers it in. Santini works against aforementioned Avsek. Avsek with the steal. Hands it off to McCullough. Gets behind the D. Has the ball knocked out of his hands, but it was knocked out because he got fouled. And McCullough will be shooting a couple. It's a 3rd foul on the Spartans. I think Gilmore's going to get this one. I thought he said 55. Oh, 35. That's going to be Fuchs, Hayden Fuchs with the foul. His first. McCullough misses the first. Egrick in the lineup for the Chargers. Shearer comes back in for the Spartans as Santini has a seat.
Yeah, Santini was holding his hip a little bit, so Coach Locke pulled him out.
Goes 1 for 2 with 2:20 to go. Here in the 3rd, it's Shearer. Back to Gilmore.
Oh, almost a travel.
Yeah, it was. Iorio from the corner, 3 on the way. Nothing but net. He's heating up from beyond the arc. It's suddenly an 11-point game. Egrick to Avsek. Down the lane he goes. Layup no good. It's going to stay with the Chargers off of Iorio. Santini right back in. Yep. Gilmore will have a seat.
Had a little bit of a limp there, but wants to fight through this. The game's close all of a sudden.
McCullough gets it in. Egrick back to McCullough. Under 2 minutes to go here. Avsek will settle it down. It's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? Avsek settling it down. Oh, good save there by Avsek. Egrick gets the hoop and the harm.
Big basket by Frankie off the bench there.
Frankie, the sophomore. Like I said, he played a great JV game. Had some great minutes yesterday.
Got to see his name. We had a little we had a little 4th grade basketball game the other day, and the banners at St. James Sewickley had a lot of familiar names on them from a good run that they had there with some of our guys. So pretty cool to see so many Chargers with their names on those banners at St. James. It was my first time in that gym, so pretty cool to see his name and Tiernan and some of the other ones.
Yep,
so.
my grandnephew, great-nephew, whatever you call him, Avsek with the drive in the hoop. He goes to St. James. I'm in that gym a lot. He plays basketball. Yeah. He's on their 4th grade team. There's a travel.
Yeah, that's who we played. We had the little game against our 4th grade team.
Yeah.
So. Some future Chargers then.
Yeah. Well, my grandnephew, he's a soccer player, so that's his big sport. He plays basketball because it's fun, but he loves soccer. There's Avsek again. Another drive, another hoop, and another foul.
He's up to double digits on the night. Really a good game by Austin tonight. He's been kind of the difference in, my opinion, for the Chargers. We expect the scoring from Jake and Tiernan, but, Austin's really established himself getting to the hoop.
Well, that puts the Chargers in the bonus for the rest of this minute and 18. Another traditional three-point play.
3 Chargers in double figures now for the Chargers with Johnson, McCall, and Affleck.
Gilmore back in the lineup as Sipe comes to the bench. Shear, top of the key. There's a reach in by Egrick. He'll pick up the foul. That's the 4th on the Chargers.
So with Tommy in the game, you heard Coach Rodriguez, they're really implying Tommy, do not let him go. So Tommy's job here is to kind of calm Jaden down here a little bit for the Panthers.
Shearer has the ball, gets it to the man with the hot hand. He kicks it back out.
But Tommy's right there, just as Coach was imploring him, told him not to leave him.
Here's Iorio with Tommy right with him. Gets picked away momentarily. Shearer has the ball. 38 seconds to go. Looking for Iorio, finds him. He's going to shoot it from Swickley. Decided not to.
Great job by Tommy on this.
Shearer,
possession.
3 on the way short. Johnson with the rebound comes up the court. He'll slow it down with 23 to go. Avsek makes a move down the paint. Good move. Hands it off to Altmar. Softly in for the easy bucket. Down to 10 seconds. Santini brings it up the court. Hands it to nobody. Egrick has 4 seconds to go. Frankie kicks it off. Johnson will put it up and in. At the buzzer.
Great finish to the quarter. First time we're up 20 out.
What a flurry there at the end, guys.
Great energy by Frankie and Tommy. Patty off the bench there. You love to see that from the Chargers bench scoring there.
Hey, current students and any prospective students in grades 6 through 8, hey, you're invited to help us kick off Catholic Schools Week in the ice skating party at RMU Island Sports Center. And that's this Sunday, January 26th. Admission is free to those who pre-register. So for more information or to pre-register, email the admissions office at admission@olsh.org. Also, we want to remind you to come out and celebrate Youth Night at Olsh Basketball for Friday, January 31st, and when the boys take on Shenango, and then Saturday afternoon when the girls take on Brentwood. All children in grades 8 and younger receive free admission with pre-registration. For more information or to pre-register, go to olsh.org/apps/pages/important dates, or you can email the admissions office at admissions@olsh.org.
So there's that flurry there at the end of the quarter that we've been waiting for. We got it up to 17 and we're able to space it out there. So let's see if we can start hot here again in the 4th.
Sipe with the 3, no good. Altmar with the rebound. Here comes Avsek up the court. Puts the Jets on. Kicks it out. Johnson will wait. Finds Egrick top of the key. Frankie goes down, has it knocked out of his hands, and it's going to go over to the Spartans as Altmar was diving for it, but I think it was already on the line.
This is that group that kind of gave that energy to us at the end of that quarter, gave that huge eight-point spurt to stretch it out to 23. So the Spartans here really, I mean, they're going to have to get going here and hit some outside shots if they want to make this a game again now.
Here's Sipe to Iorio. It's Santini. And this is Ernst. Gets it to Iorio.
No space at all.
No.
Great job by Tommy staying on him.
Sipe. Santini takes the pick, has some open room for a moment.
They're working to get him open too, but Tommy's right there.
Here's Sipe, he'll hand it off to Santini. Under 7 to go. Iorio, this is another one of those long sustained possessions. for the Spartans.
And if you're trying to get back in the game, this isn't the way to do it.
Taken away by Avsek. Taken right back by Santini in the backcourt. Brings it back again. 6.5 to go. Iorio works against Moses. Gets it over to Fuchs. Knocked out of his hands. Staying with the Spartans with 6:28 to go.
Tiernan McCullough checking in for the Chargers. But again, Al, this is like another minute-plus possession. It's kind of the football equivalent if you have like a 10-minute drive and you don't come up with any points.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a killer when you have these long possessions and you don't get any points out of them.
Egret comes out after giving some great minutes to the Spartans, knocked away by Avsek, and once again, the Spartans will have to trigger in from the baseline. Grisafi comes in. This time, Austin will have a seat.
Could be one of those situations, too, though, Al, where, you know, Coach Locke is looking at this as, okay, I mean, we're down 23 at this point in the fourth.
Let's just work on our game.
Let's work on our game. Let's run our sets. Let's try to get some work in for some important games down the road, because, you know, the way it looks right now, it's going to be them and Southside Beaver for that last spot.
Yeah.
With Rochester maybe in the mix a little bit there, too. But either way, I mean, this could be a coaching move for him. He just wants to see what they can do offensively against a really good defensive team.
Iorio, nice pass around to get it in to Ernst. Can't get it to go. Altmar with the rebound. Gets it over to Grisafi. He'll bring it out of danger. Look out from behind you. There he gets it inside to Moses. Makes a move under the bucket. Nothing called there. He gets his own rebound again. Hands it out to McCullough. Grisafi fakes the three. Kicks it out to Johnson. He'll go down the lane. Has it knocked out of his hands because he was fouled. And he'll be shooting two.
Great take there by Jake. He does a great job when he's getting around the hoop to find that contact to draw the foul.
Mason Ernst picks up the foul. That's probably, is that number 4 on him?
If that's on him, that is number 4.
I thought yeah. They said number 1 there, but that's wrong. Johnson short on the first. Tyrone Kunzelman will check in for the Spartans.
His first action of the day.
And Aiden Fuchs will have a seat.
He was another one that had a nice
JV game,
for
yes.
Laurel Spartans. Great JV game. It came down to the last possession.
Johnson goes 1 for 2 from the line. Santini will bring it across. Goes in,
Great
blocked
defense
by Grisafi.
Great defense.
I mean, I would have been tempted to call that a jump ball. He had the hand on.
He did.
Yeah. They get it in. Santini can't get the inbound play to work. Here comes McCullough, 3-on-2 if they hurry. McCullough off the glass and in. Back to 16-point lead for the Chargers. No, 26. 26.
Yeah, really extended it out.
Iorio with the 3, no good.
That's his
Altmar.
first 3 in a while, and Tommy was right in his face there, so it was a forced shot. But
forced that one in the middle there. Here come the Spartans coming out of the pack with that. Sykes fakes the pass, goes up.
Again with the block.
What a save there by the Chargers, but it gets into the hands of the Spartans. Sipes ends up with it and a foul against the Chargers. Who picks up the foul? Grisafi will get the foul. Oh, there he changed. It is 4 on Ernst.
Big time substitutions here.
Minton, Egrick, Minzer all come in for the Chargers. 5:09 left in the clock here. That was on Grisafi, that foul. Kunzelman out to Sipe.
Iorio hasn't scored since they put Tommy on him. I mean, just really, really impressed with Tommy here. He's just that scrappy player you love to watch.
3 on the way, short off the iron.
There's Tommy with the board.
There's Moses again on the board. Minzer will bring it up, running the offense now. Minton, go down the lane, little floater, little short, but Altmar's there to gather it in. Kicks it back out to Owen Minzer.
With this group on the floor now for the Chargers, you'd like to see this. Pound it in the patty, let him try to get some work inside. Go up strong.
And there he is off the glass. Can't get it to go, though. Ernst will clear it.
I like the idea, though, Al.
Yeah,
Let him build some confidence, which he has been this game.
Absolutely. That was the right move. It just a little strong off the back iron on that. Kunzelman over to Ernst. To Sipe. Minton all over him. Over to Ernst. Little jump shot put in. Little tip in there by Iorio. Minzer now will bring it back out. Egrick slips, maintains his possession.
Great job.
Nice move there by Frankie.
Frankie did a great job there. When he slipped, he made sure to dribble the ball.
The exact
dribble, which is huge.
Iorio, and there's Tommy. He's probably going to be dreaming about Tommy Moses tonight.
Kind of the way I dreamed about Riverside, obviously.
So they scrum for it.
But I like Ioria's game, a little inside out for him. You know, he's had a nice game today for the Spartans.
He's a nice player. Minton with the long three. Altmar's going to get called for over the back. Yeah. Second on the Chargers. I think that's the first on Patty.
Yeah, but a little more than half their points for the Spartans have come from Iorio. He's up to 19 on the night, so he's had a really complete game.
No, he's good. He's a nice ball player. I like him.
Kept him in the game early.
There he is again, three. That one off the mark. Minton comes down with it. Nice board there by Chad. Here comes Minzer up the court. He gets fouled by Kunzelman.
The group that's on for the Chargers right now, you got to love that. You got 5 guys that play with effort and energy, you know, so you love watching a group like this. You know you're going to see them run into the closing out on screens and, you know, doing all the little things right that coaches love to see, just playing with energy. That's what you like about this group now.
Under 3 to go. Iorio finally will have a seat, and the younger Fuchs, Tyler Fuchs, the freshman, comes in for the Spartans. Minton travels, drug that foot.
Coach Locke doing some substitutions here, trying to get some guys some playing time. Coach Rod looking down the bench too. Wouldn't be surprised if we go that direction here soon.
2:48 to go in this one. Pretty much decided.
But we all have we do have all subs in right now.
Yeah.
So good to see these guys get some minutes. It's well earned from this whole group.
Sipes over to Fuchs. Kunzelman. Ernst. To Gilmore. Little jump shot from the free throw line and a foul on the Spartans.
This is one of those taking care of business wins by the Chargers, Al. You know,
yeah.
You got a team that's coming in here desperate for a win, but you do everything you can to finish it.
Minzer, the Red Sea parted for him. He just takes it right to the bucket.
Empty in the bench here. Coach Locke getting a couple of his JV guys.
Yeah.
In. Running clock in effect also.
Oh, yeah. Second time, get the running clock on the Spartans. Fuchs. Over to Ernst. Sipe. 1:45 to go. Sipe throws it up. Moses says, I'll take it down. And it's going to stay with the Chargers. I think the official got spun around there. He was pointing. I wasn't sure which way he was pointing, but it's.
He got smacked into. I think Coach Mack caught somebody down there too. Everybody going for the
basketball.
Oh
no! So it is going to be Spartan ball.
Or no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So a bunch of JV players in now for Laurel. Good to see them get a little action here on the varsity level.
Tyler Stewart in there for the Spartans, as well as Adam Kuth. There's Chad Minton with the ball. Over to Egrick. Egrick couldn't get it to go, and it's Tyler Fuchs comes down with it for the Spartans. Approaching a minute to go here. Stewart hands it off to Kuth. They work it around. Fuchs. Stewart. Over to Gilmore. It's Kuth right now to Stewart. Works against Minzer. Taken away by the Chargers. Here comes Moses. Looks for Egrick. Oh, they tried the alley-oop with Patty. Tommy tried to say that should be good. I guess he was thinking it's like a goaltending, but there was nobody there for in green. 43 seconds to go. Gilmore, they throw it away. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Charger ball.
Sure looked good.
It was fun. It would have, boy, it would have brought the house down.
The house down, yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. I mean, why not?
It was in the right place. Patty just missed it. He just put it off the back of the rim. That would have been fun.
That's a tough one with one hand.
Yeah.
To control. You know, he probably could have been able to two-hand that, but.
Minzer to Minton. It's just going to be keep away here for the final 18. Egrick. Altmar now. And there it is. Chargers victorious. 64-36 over the Spartans. And the Chargers will move to 8-1 in the section, 13-4 overall, and the Spartans drop a crucial game for them. They go to 2-7 in section, 8-9 overall. Next up for the Spartans will be Shenango. It'll be a home game for them. Next up for the Chargers, they will travel up to Newcastle and take on the Scotties of Union on Friday.
That might be a little different than it was here, playing them up at their place.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the best players in the Whitfield, without question, especially in Double-A and Stanley up for Union. So expect that to be a tough battle for the Chargers and one they're going to need to come with the win. But really impressed looking at the scoring breakdown today. They're just balanced, you know, and the couple of our losses, you know, remember up with the Seton LaSalle loss, you know, it was basically Jake and Tiernan scoring all the points, you know. And to see the balance today, everybody spreading out, everybody having a few baskets, everybody playing great on defense, just that's the effort we expect to see from the Chargers. It's the formula to win, and you know the formula we talked about in pregame is exactly what the Chargers did on the court, and the result was a huge, 28-point victory.
So yeah, it's. The Spartans, they are struggling this year a little bit, but Chargers doing, if you want to be a top team, doing what they have to do against a team like the Laurel Spartans.
And, you know, other teams like, you know, Iorio, great game with 19, they're going to get their points.
Yeah.
But again, the balance, you know, 11, our starters, 11 from Austin, 6 from Van, 14 from Jake, 16 from Tiernan. Luca chips in 4, but defensively was a juggernaut, blocking shots and stealing the ball. I mean, and then your bench. Your bench chipping in, 5 from Frankie, 2 from Owen Minzer, 6 from Patty, and I really think that game was getting close. And one thing you won't see on the stat sheet as much with the scoring, but there was a couple times where they got that lead down to 11, and Iorio was hitting some shots. I mean, when Tommy came into the game, we talked about it during the broadcast. When Tommy came into the game, you heard Coach Rod imploring him, stay on him. And that really changed. That's really when we shot out. So credit to Tommy Moses and, really taking on that challenge of guarding, their best scorer and only allowing 2 points once he guarded him. So, shout out to Tommy for a good effort today that really helped propel that from like that. We were kind of hovering in that 14-point area lead for a while, and then boom, like that, it's a 20, 25-point lead. So credit to all the kids really for just the defense today was impressive. It's been our calling card, and let's see if we can keep this going. I mean, a tough one at Union Friday, so really hoping we can come out fast like we did tonight.
Yeah, that one won't be on the OLSH Sports Network. I'm sure. I think Union live streams, so we'll find out.
Yeah, they have that. What's it called? Armstrong County or whatever. There's probably, I remember watching the Neshannock one, so there's probably one. You'll probably be able to find it somewhere.
Yeah.
and it might be one of those ones that's up for kind of game of the week kind of deal
Right.
again. So you'll definitely be able to catch it, but looking forward to our next broadcast.
We'll put a shout out to our pal at the athletic department, Heather Parker. Heather, try to find out where the stream is
There
on
you
that
go.
one so everybody can watch and post it out there. I know they did that for the Shannon game that was on. So see if we can't do that.
In Cornell, I think everybody wants to get warm. They're
Yeah,
turning the
they're
lights,
turning
the lights out. And again, I apologize to Laurel for referring them to Riverside, but we're saying that's post-traumatic stress syndrome from a really tough playoff loss to a green and white team. So it's actually credit to Riverside, but apologies for Laurel for the 3 or 4 times I mentioned them today. So
well, that's a great lead in. Our next girls broadcast is going to be Riverside right here at Cornell.
I don't know if I should do that one, Al. That might be it's still a little fresh in my mind, clearly.
Well, here's
that November game.
Here's breaking news. We got Coach Mike Rodriguez is going to come and do that game with us. He
was jealous because I was getting some. I was getting a little camera and camera time. So, but yeah, it's probably better. We've seen tonight. I still have that little bit of bad taste in my mouth from November. But hey, that's what makes us coaches, So
right.
But again, Laurel, we wish them luck. I think well-coached team, and they're a team that if you could see them sneaking in the playoffs if they play well. So good luck to them the rest of the year. And Chargers, here we go, big one against Union.
Yeah, they got to celebrate tonight, go get warm, and then focus on Union on Friday. So, okay, Chargers in action again. Our next broadcast is gonna be a week from tonight from Western Beaver. Don Militzer sitting here right now. He'll be with me again on that one, and we'll bring you that one from Western Beaver. They handled them pretty easily last night in that makeup game, but we'll have to go down there and play them in their house. And then, like I said, next Thursday, the girls are here on the OLSH Sports Network as they take on Riverside right here at Cornell. I want to say thanks to everybody. Thanks to Don Militzer here next to me, coming on and doing his thing. I want to thank Nick Militzer for running the camera for us. I do want to apologize about the technical difficulties we had. We had a plug come undone, and now I'm going to take the blame for that one. I did that, so I apologize for that. But we got it back. We got it fixed. I want to thank Coach Mack for making this possible for us. And as always, when we're here at Cornell, I want to thank Bill Sacco for allowing OLSH to compete in basketball here at their gym. On behalf of everybody, I'm OLSH saying thanks a lot. We'll see you next time as the Chargers defeat Laurel Spartans 64-36 here at Cornell. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll see you next time right here on the OLSH Sports Network.